Hi everyone, it's been virtually a year since I got my Tesla Model 3, and in this video we're going to be looking at 5 things I like about it and 5 things I don't. The first thing that I like about my Tesla, and in fact it's probably the main reason why I bought the car, is the charging network. Now, I wouldn't advise anyone to have an electric car unless they can charge it from home, but when you are out on the road, the Tesla supercharger network is by far the best. The car navigates easily to the superchargers and even pre-warms the battery to help you charge quickly when you're there. And honestly, in all the times that I've used it, I've never had to wait. There's always been a space. I know that's not the case all the time. The charging process in my wife's electric car is never as simple. The second thing that I'd like to talk about that I like about the Model 3 is the way that it drives. For an electric car, it's really engaging and actually quite sporty. The seat is a little high and can't go down as low as I would like it, but this does give you a nice view out the windscreen and it allows you to position the Tesla exactly where you want it on the roads. The next thing is the standard equipment that comes with the Tesla, and honestly it's another thing that had a big part in me choosing this over the competition. The car comes fully loaded. We've got leather and electrically operated and memory seats, we've got the panoramic sunroof, and we've got autopilot, don't forget. And although I don't use the autopilot system in its entirety, I do use the adaptive cruise control without the steering input, and that honestly on the motorway is brilliant. The practicality of the Model 3 is also a big like. You've got a big area under the bonnet, you've got a massive boot, and it can seat 5 adults quite comfortably. Even with me sat in the back, there's still plenty of headroom. Electric cars are meant to be better for the planet, but the debate about that will be another video for another time. In any case, there's a big discrepancy between the good and the bad when it comes to the economy of electric cars, and the Tesla Model 3 is still one of the best. So now to the things that I don't like about the Tesla Model 3, and the first thing is the turning circle. The Model 3 is a similar size to my old BMW 3 Series, but the steering lock in comparison is honestly a joke. It's not something that I would do that often, but driving forward into a bay is really difficult and it's virtually impossible to get it in one. Most of the time you've got to have a reverse and then another shuffle to get it in and straight. My next grumble is the view out of the back window. I know modern cars are going that way with the higher backs, but honestly the Tesla is an absolute joke. You can't see anything when you're reversing, but even if you look in your mirror you can only see half of the car that's following behind. One of the big selling points about the Model 3 is the screen, and I agree it's not laggy whatsoever, it's very responsive and it shows you all the information. But for me there still needs to be some physical buttons that you operate certain controls of the car. Now I know that you can operate a lot of the systems by voice command, but even if you're following navigation, the screen's that far away, you've got to take your eyes way off the road to actually see where you're going. And I don't think it's actually the best place to have it. But even if they swap the navigation to the other side of the screen, your hand gets in the way. The fit and finish of my Tesla Model 3 is actually pretty good compared to some of the other ones, because this is one of the Chinese made versions. But honestly, it's not in the same bracket as Audi, BMW or Mercedes. It doesn't feel like a £48,500 car, because that's the new price today. Although I've already said the Model 3 has got plenty of space in and it's quite practical, there's one little gripe that I'd like to talk about sitting in the back seats. And it's to do with people of my sort of height. I'm 6'1", 6'2", and when I sit in the back, because of the high floor, it feels as though my knees are around my ears. For a long journey, it's not comfortable whatsoever. Now, it did take me a little while to think of 5 things that I didn't like about this Model 3. The 5 things that I did like, I could have probably done 3 times as many. And that really tells the full picture about this Tesla Model 3. They're a great car, and even at £48,500, I still think they're reasonable value compared to the competition. So if you're in the market for an electric car at this sort of price range, I know not many will, check it out. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you soon.